Do you know the average duration that an HR manager spends to check your CV? It is around 6 seconds, and that's all you get to make a good impression. And afterwards your CV will end up in the garbage bin. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's wrong with your resume and fix it in order to get those job interview calls that you've wanted. Stay tuned. What is up everyone, this is Val from Broke to Hero, the channel where we analyze investment opportunities in order to maximize our profits. But most of us aren't that lucky to be born in a rich family, win the lottery, or being left with a hefty heritage. And when I say most of us, I mean myself included, but that's what makes life beautiful for us. When we fight for whatever we desire and we get it, that's what gives us that accomplishment feeling that it's worth everything. Before starting to invest, we all need money, and if we don't have any, well, we need to take one step back and get some. The only way to get money in the beginning is by trading our time for it. But in order to lay our hands on it, we need to get a job first, and that's when building a top-notch resume steps in. Now I know that some of you might think, well, this guy is doing crypto and stock market videos and all of a sudden he's a CV expert. The truth is that I had my years working in many management positions, and throughout my career I've seen some really bad CVs, and I decided to share that with you. So, a CV or a resume for any employer is the equivalent of your physical appearance when you meet a new person. Picture this scenario. You go out for a drink and one of your friends decided to invite his cousin who looks negligent at most and his appearance is quite sloppy. Would you want to go out with that person for the second time? Probably not. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the same thing that an HR manager looks into when checking your CV. As I've mentioned in the intro, you have 6 seconds to make yourself noticed, so you really need to know what to focus on. I'm going to share with you 4 tips that will make your resume stand out and let them know that they need to meet you. On the 4th spot, we have the previous work experience, and the most common mistake here is that most people tend to ignore the basics. Make sure you write down your previous positions. If you were working for 3 months somewhere along the lines, well, don't add that because you're better off without it. That would only make the interviewer think that you're not devoted enough, and if you weren't able to keep your last job for a long period of time, well, you're probably not gonna stay long with them either. Also, make sure that you don't mix up the chronological order. I've seen many CVs where people have been claiming to work from 2014 to 2016, let's say, and they've started the next job in 2015. That means that for 1 year they had 2 workplaces. How can you even have 2 full-time jobs in the same time? That's not even legal in most of the countries worldwide, except North Korea maybe. For those of you who are just getting started, well, obviously you have no previous work experience, so it's better to eliminate that subject from your resume. It's better to focus on your strong points than to write down work experience, none. Try to let them know that you have a strong set of skills that can really help the company. As an example, go for any foreign language that you might speak, or IT skills, or whatever is relevant to that position, but make sure to include hardworking and eager to learn. Of course that they will know that if you're 18 you have no previous job experience. Use this trick to make them see that you are there to learn and work hard in order to become someone who they can count on in the future. Number 3, the hobby section. And that's basically a trick section where most people fall into their own traps. I'm not saying that you have to lie or take that section out of your CV. The interviewer analyzes your resume to understand if you're suitable for that position or not. By not having that hobby section, the HR guy will think that you have something to hide. Now, to make sure that you're doing it right, if your passion is video games, you wouldn't want to write down World of Warcraft, League of Legends, Minecraft, Counter-Strike, and so on. Most things should be teamwork related activities, but those things should also happen in the real world. Even if gaming is your biggest passion, you might want to try and search the second or the third passion. The guy wants to know that you're a team player and that you can integrate into their work environment, so deliver just that. Team sports, volunteering, hiking, road trips would be some good examples of social activities that make you look good. Think about it this way, you want them to know that you can fully integrate into their working environment and you can help the team. You shouldn't lie in your CV, so think of those activities who make you look like a team player and write them down. Just get creative, there has to be some of them that you enjoy. The number 2 common mistake is the personal details section. Remember, when a CV is being reviewed, they want to know who the person behind it is and how you can help the company. Nothing else. Make sure you add your name, date of birth, phone number, and email address. Do not add any Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook pages that you might have. Nothing on your social media will be beneficial to your overall image, and that isn't because you're not a nice person. People are judgmental creatures, so you don't want to give them reasons not to call you. You don't want to mix your personal life with your future workplace, so don't give them a reason to ignore your CV. However, the biggest mistake in the personal info section is the email address. You can't even imagine how many resumes I've seen with usernames like LoveBoss69, the best of the best, Every Woman's Desire, I'm Batman. It was like they weren't aware of the fact that these types of email addresses can be used between friends at most, but you can't place them in your job resume as they make you lose your credibility. Do you think that the HR manager wakes up with this thought in mind? I know what this company needs, a sexual predator. Let me give LoveBoss69 a call. He seems perfect for the job. There's so much crime happening in this company. Oh wait, I have Batman's CV on my desk. No. Creating an email address takes a couple of minutes and it's totally free. By adding a stupid or a random email address, you're basically telling your future employer, you don't deserve 2 minutes of my life and I refuse to lose this time for a stupid job. When he sees your unprofessional email address, he'll think, why would I trust this guy to stay devoted to our company for 40 hours a week when he can't even offer me 2 minutes to show up with a decent email address? Bottom line, the best username address that you can add in your CV is actually your own name. No nicknames, no funny stuff, no lucky number, just your name. If your name is Peter Parker and you can't find anything available, don't add Spider-Man between your first and last name. Get creative in a respectful way which seems serious and official. The number one mistake that so many people make when building up their resume, the picture. That's the first spot that attracts anyone's attention, and I do think that it is by far the most important aspect in your CV. I can't remember how many resumes I've seen without a picture, which will turn the odds against you, pushing the management to choose somebody else without even giving you a shot. Your previous experience and your skill set should be the most important, but the actual fact is that they aren't. Think of it this way, do you think that you would have clicked on this video if my thumbnail was just a white screen, or you would have searched for another video? You wouldn't have clicked because it wouldn't catch your eye in the first place. That's the same with your CV picture, so add it there. Now, if you choose to print your CV and deliver it personally, make sure you don't print it in black and white. Don't get cheap on that ink so that your picture won't look like a doodle. Remember, every aspect counts, so it's important for the interviewer to know that you're paying attention to details. I'm still not finished with this pic subject. By now we know that we need a color photo, but will any photo do? No. Make sure your face looks clear and use filters in case the light is bad or uneven. Make sure your face looks warm, and by warm I mean friendly, no grinds. That's stupid. Nobody likes to work with an unsociable person, so even if you are one, pretend like you aren't. And the only way to convince them that you're not is by smiling. Another important aspect in your resume picture is the way you're dressed. If you choose to show up with a head-to-toe picture, well, make sure you're dressed properly. That means no sneakers, no flip-flops, no ripped jeans, no Hawaiian shirt, and so on. Try keeping your outfit casual and simple. We wouldn't want to overdress, but also we need to look sharp. Another common mistake that people make when it comes up to CV pictures is the background and the frame. Be careful at whatever might happen in the background. Make sure that you don't choose a picture in which you're in a pub and you have all those empty beer bottles behind you. You don't want to give them the impression that you're an alcoholic. Also, make sure that you're alone in that picture. No fiancé, no dog, no mom, it's you who they want to hire. Depending on the job that you're applying on, you should have your CV picture work-related. I do find this the best way to convince a company that you are the right person for them. Think about it, you apply for an assistant manager position and your picture is taken while sitting at a desk. The subconscious mind of the HR manager would think, whoa, there's a person who looks professional and hardworking. Let's give him a call. Now that was pretty bad acting. That was even worse than Dolph Lundgren. I don't know if you've noticed, but I wasn't reading off a paper, I was just holding my hands like this. However, if you're applying for a butcher position, you might want to abandon that work-related photo and just keep it simple. And this keeping it simple part would work for someone who has no working experience as well. Take your picture with your back against the wall, just like I'm filming right now. This way you keep it simple and clean and you deliver the right message. The picture should be shot from head to chest at least, and ideally it shouldn't be a selfie, so make sure to ask someone to take that picture for you. If you follow all these steps, I guarantee you that your odds of being called for a job interview will skyrocket. Now, take that well done CV and go get them. But before you do, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as that would help me a lot. The more of these perfect resumes you'll be delivering, the better your odds of getting called for a job interview will get. To summarize, a good resume is your presentation as a future employee. Make sure to add a picture, personal details, previous experience, education, and things that can be relevant to the position that you're applying for. Now you look ready. Go get them. If you have any additional questions regarding your resume, make sure to use the comment section. Also, because you're here until the end of the video, I have a special bonus for you. I'll leave my email address in the description of this video for you, and I will be glad to help with analyzing and improving your CV. Make sure to subscribe if you want to learn more about money-making skills like investing or building up a CV. Hit that like button if you found this video useful. I really appreciate it. How many calls did you get after straightening up your resume? Let me know that in the comment section below, and I will catch you in the next one. Respect.